is there an advantage or benefit of congregations establishing some sort of nonprofit status? And so I say that because 501c3s are oftentimes an IRS designation that has some pros and cons, that has different connotations for congregations. But within that broad traditional category of 501c3s, there are other different types of entities, including a CDC. Just kind of give us an overview of, first of all, what a traditional 501c3 is versus a CDC. And then let's talk about the advantages of congregations establishing those as it pertains to asset-based funding.
I'll start with an overview. You hit the nail on the head, Lisa, talking about the 501c3 designation. So churches are tax exempt traditionally. That means that you won't pay any taxes on the revenue, the tithes, offering, any of the pledges that come in. They're not going to pay that. And going a step further, the 501c3 designation from the IRS also means that organizations may collect funds, revenue, donations, and they have some kind of tax benefit for the donor. So when we're talking about faith communities, what typically happens is we may have a vision, we may have an idea, and we want to go and find a partner to help us achieve that. Oftentimes, foundations in particular, and others in the philanthropic community are not necessarily excited about partnering with faith-based organizations because they want to be sure that while the idea and the mission may be great, they don't want to get in the idea of into the area of proselytizing. So yeah, it's great, go feed the children, but don't tell them about this God person. So they typically say, not so sure about that because it's going to come with also, the story, the salvation story. So oftentimes then what faith-based communities will do is have somewhat of a separation, if you will. So establishing a separate foundation or a community development corporation will allow the church faith-based community to get those types of philanthropic dollars that the church by itself could not get. So even though it could be the same, typically the same people running the organization, same mission, same ideas, for the philanthropic community, for whatever reason, would prefer that there's a particular designation from the IRS, a tax designation, versus it being a traditional tax exempt church. So the bottom line is there is a greater opportunity for more philanthropic dollars if the congregation, church, synagogue decides that they want to have this special designation. So what comes with that is governance, is paperwork, is oversight to make sure that all of the requirements that the IRS sets forth are the ones that are happening. So think pros, possibility of getting more money, cons, a lot more paperwork, oversight, governance. Now, I heard you talk about the community development corporations. And so that is an offshoot of something that the government from the Robert Kennedy era in 1964 came up with to help communities revitalize themselves. So when we're talking about a community development corporation, the key word is community. It's supposed to be a way for communities to come together, to actively manage themselves and make sure that whatever the idea is, housing, workforce development, food insecurity solutions, whatever the plague is in that community, the community is going to be the ones to solve it themselves. So oftentimes you have the organization that started it partnering with neighbors in the area to make sure that they are self-governing and deciding what is best for that particular area. And since it is the CDC is a particular government designation, there are certain government dollars that various government agencies will help CDCs to get. So if we went in a line of talking about what it is, IRS designation could be anything could be a 501c3 with the correct oversight and the correct application. And then one step further, if an organization wanted to have some special help and really do the work of impactfully solving community solutions, they may think about setting up a community development corporation or CDC.